Hello everyone, in this video I'm gonna share with you 5 foods that I think you should eat every day if you want to feel and look healthy. Now, why is having a healthy diet important? Well, your body is like a machine, and just like any machine, you can use a lot of fuels. But by far, if you want to perform at your peak performance levels, you want to eat a healthy diet. You want to put the best available fuel that you have. That way your body will run at its maximal potential. And in case of the human body, that means eating plenty of vegetables, high quality proteins, good fats. And one thing that I've noticed along as nutrition goes, I think there's really a lack of awareness to which foods are bad for you, which foods are good for you, how much you should eat. And in general, I have noticed that people have a way better time exercising than they do eating clean. And for me, that's really strange because eating healthy is super simple. It costs less money. You're going to be healthier and you're going to be able to develop your cooking skills as well. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 foods in no particular order, but I think these 5 foods, if you add them to your diet and you eat them regularly, you're going to have a way better time staying healthy because these foods are delicious and they're healthy. So the first ingredient on my list is salmon. Now there is 2 types of salmon. There's wild salmon, which is caught in the wild, in the oceans, and there is farmed salmon. Now out of the 2, the better option is wild salmon, simply because wild salmon has a natural diet which consists of other fish, and the farmed salmon is fed grains like soy and corn, which a salmon is not supposed to eat soy and corn in the wild. So you're getting way more good fats with the wild salmon, as well as higher quality of protein. So it's only logical that you're gonna get a really high quality fish if you get the wild salmon versus the farmed salmon. And you can notice the quality by just looking at salmon in the grocery store. You will see that the wild salmon has really nice ribbons of fat, whereas the farmed salmon, well, it has less fat. It's also a little bit more orange. It's orange because the farmers, they will add some beta-carotene to the feeds of the salmon, because if they weren't to add the beta-carotene, then the salmons would be gray and nobody would buy a gray salmon. The reason why the salmons would be gray is because they're not eating their natural feed. They're eating corn and soy, which is not natural, and that's why they don't get the same pigmentation as the wild salmon. So the reason you want to eat salmon at least 2 to 3 times every single week is because salmon is jam-packed with good protein, omega-3s, all the B vitamins, or nearly all of them, magnesium, and a bunch of other trace minerals. And these trace minerals like zinc, magnesium, iron, all these trace minerals are required in your body, and it's very important to have all trace minerals for development, especially in infants. So really the main benefits of eating salmon on a regular basis is that the omega-3s provided by the salmon will decrease your risk of getting heart disease, certain types of cancers, type 2 diabetes, strokes, and so on. As time goes by, there's more and more studies that even show that omega-3 intake in pregnant women is directly linked to infant diseases. So the pregnant woman that consumes less omega-3s, their child has more chances of developing autism and ADHD. Omega-3 fatty acids are also essential for your brain, for your eyes, for your skin, for your hair and nails. So really, omega-3s are really an important type of fat that we need to consume because the human body doesn't make its own. So it's very important to implement them in your diet. And furthermore, salmon does not have to be boring at all. Salmon, there's amazing recipes for salmon that I can show you in other videos. But this fish can taste absolutely amazing. Combine it with other healthy ingredients. With a little bit of creativity, you can really make as many recipes with salmon as you can with chicken. Alright, the second ingredient on my list is eggs. Now, eggs are really amazing. They're a complete food. They're very filling. Eggs are a good source of omega-3s. They're also a good source of retinol, which is vitamin A, but this is the converted form that your body needs. So for example, if you eat carrots and kale, those foods are high in beta-carotene, but the problem is that your body needs to convert beta-carotene into retinol, which is the usable form of vitamin A, but it only does it at a small percentage. So instead of consuming tons and tons of carrots and kale and other vegetables to get your vitamin A, you really should be eating foods that already have the usable form of vitamin A retinol. Those are eggs, particularly the egg yolks, because the whites of the eggs only have protein, which is good, but the yolks have all the other nutriments that you need in your body. So there's cod liver oil, which has retinol as well as vitamin D in the right ratios. Now, I know you've been taught that eggs will raise your cholesterol and you shouldn't eat 1 or 2 eggs a day. You've been told this by your parents, your doctors, many professionals that say that eggs are bad for you. I can tell you that by doing some research and by just my experience with eating eggs, I can just say really that eggs are not a problem. They will not raise your cholesterol. And in fact, your body makes its own cholesterol. It's essential for good health. And the only thing that's going to happen if you eat plenty of eggs every day is that, let's say you eat 4 eggs a day at 50 milligrams of cholesterol each. That makes for 200 milligrams of cholesterol, which is just an example. Well, your body will take the 200 milligrams of cholesterol in the eggs and it will subtract it from the 500 milligrams of cholesterol that you produce. That way, in a single day, you will produce 300 milligrams instead of 500, and you will get the 200 milligrams from the eggs, and that will create all the cholesterol you need for that day. So, as you can see, your body is just like a balance. It's always trying to stay in balance, and if you eat just more cholesterol, it will not just block all of your arteries. Your body will just stop to produce as much cholesterol. There's a super important distinction I want to make in regards to buying eggs. Now, most eggs are factory farmed eggs, and they have a very different than eggs from pasture-raised chickens. Pasture-raised chickens will eat some grass, some bugs, which is their natural feed, but factory farmed chicken will most likely eat grains. And when you feed grains to chickens, they become very fat really quickly, which is good to the poultry industry, but it's terrible for your health. So the type of eggs that you eat are really important. And I would go for the pasture-raised organic eggs. Now, the third food you should be eating every day or every other day are avocados. Now, avocados have been described as nature's perfect food, and there's a reason for that statement. Avocados have high fiber, high potassium, high fat, and these are good fat. Avocados really contribute to giving your body all the good fat it needs to run properly and produce the right type of hormones in the right ratios for your body. And a cool thing that you might not know about avocados is that a single avocado contains 3 times as much potassium as bananas. Not to mention all of the carotene that helps your hair, skin, and nails to grow. All the conventional fruits out there, by far the best fruits that you can consume are berries. And I'm talking about blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries. And the reason why these berries or fruits are better than apples, bananas, and other fruits is because the amount of sugar that is in these fruits, like apples and bananas, is astronomical. If you look at the nutritional profile of an apple, you will see that a single Honeycrisp apple has as close to 30 grams of sugar per apple, which is crazy high. And a fruit should give you nutrients, it should give you vitamins. It's really not meant to spike up your blood sugars. It should be just something that you eat to get nutrients, and that is quite tasty. So berries are your best bet if you're looking to eat some fruits. These have the lowest amount of sugar of any other fruits. They have the highest amount of fiber. They have a lot of antioxidants, and they have a lot of phytonutrients. Phytonutrients help your body fight free radical damage, which are damaged cells that could potentially cause harm to your body. There is also strong evidence that eating berries can actually help you decrease your blood sugar levels as well as regulate your insulin. Not to mention, they actually taste really amazing. Alright, the last food I have for you is dark chocolate. Now I'm sure we all love chocolate. I absolutely love it. But there is one thing I want you to just take away from this video, is that chocolate is all about the percentage of cacao that is in the chocolate, right? The higher the amount of cacao in the chocolate, like 80% or higher, the better it's going to be for your health. If you want to consume chocolate on a daily basis, you want to consume it with 80% cacao or higher. If you go too low, in the milk chocolate and the white chocolate, it really just becomes sugar and a bunch of things that aren't good for you. Whereas in dark chocolate, you actually have fiber, you have zinc, you have iron, you have actually protein, which all are essential nutrients for your body to function. And there has been research that has shown that eating dark chocolate on a regular basis can improve your blood circulation, your blood pressure, and the small amount of caffeine that is in dark chocolate can actually help you relax. But because the amount of caffeine is really low compared to coffee, you're not going to be needing chocolates every day to wake you up like you would with coffee. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope you got value from it. I sincerely hope you can at least try some of these foods in your diet. You can learn some recipes and you can cook these foods with love so they taste good. And your body will really thank you for eating these foods, because if you're eating the regular American diet, your body is really deficient in a bunch of nutrients that could cause you to get some illness. By eating healthy and keeping track of what you eat, then you're on the right path to having great health. So please make these changes now, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, guys.